So there's a new measurement angle, that is an RSA angle. So this angle helps us to know angle or how much correction is required so that our screw or the post is parallel to the suprascapular fossa. But there is no clinical difference, and always the inclination, if it is superior inclination, there's a great chance of failure. So again, the Habermas classification fracture scenarios, it helps us to know about the pattern, and it is required for all software planning, and also tells us about the fatty infiltration. What not to speak about the CT when we're talking, we have to talk about Walsh criteria. This now there's a lot of modifications D and E, but we'll be mostly focusing on A, B, C, where A, it tells us about the minor and the major central lesions. B talks us about the posterior joint space narrowing and any posterior bone loss, and the C, that is a biconcave, where the humerus is posteriorly subluxated and soft tissue there will be rodent contractures. Again, the forward also tells us about the erosion pattern, where how much amount of correction needed to be orthogonal to the supraspinatus fossa. Whether E is normal, E1 is superior, E2 is inferior, middle central erosions, and E3 is your inferior erosion. Why do you still tell this is not correct? That's because there's a study by 5 surgeons.
History of fall. So on clinical examination, you can see he is unable to do shoulder is absolutely fine, and he has presented to us with supra-infra atrophy. Can you see this? Appreciate it. Supra-infra atrophy. The best way to examine shoulder is from behind. Always remember, whenever you are examining the shoulder is the engine of your upper limb. If you have to examine the shoulder, you have to stand behind. Then only you can see supra, infra, and teres musculature. So this is his MRI. Sorry, I think I shown this video. So this is his MRI. Philip, you can see a small cyst here and a full thickness rotator cuff. So what will be your advice?
Can you show us the X-ray?
Yeah, this is his MRI.
X-ray again?
X-ray.
Yeah,
this is the X-ray.
I don't know. It looks like there is a
little bit of escape.
Proximal migration.
Proximal migration. He has atrophy, supra-infra.
It's confirmed, but
and he has got full thickness layer of supra and infra.
Yeah,
so how will you proceed, Philip? This is the bicep. He has a cyst. Remember, the MRI is showing good small cyst in the tuberosity. Will you neglect or will you address the cyst?
I will manage as I can. I'm not afraid, but the cyst you can manage with the anchors. So I will go for repair as I can. It's 50. We never know how we can do a convergence technique. We could do biceps augmentation, supracobrium decompression, and I will not go for a transfer as a first option.
Subacromial decompression and repair. Right? Anybody disagrees?
I think I'd prefer to do a tendon transfer for him, a lower trapezius transfer as a repair, because his external rotation is also very weak. His infraspinatus is very weak.
But you can see here a very good subscap. The bicep is regenerated a little bit.
Anterior is fine. But external rotation is
fine. Full thickness. External rotation because of infraspinatus. So do you want? Yeah. So what will you do? Repair 51. Sunil?
Yeah, there are two problems here. One is his external rotation is gone. Second is the humerus is subluxating upwards. So in order to get the humerus done, I would do a biceps SCR for him. And I doubt his cuff would be of good quality to repair.
Okay.
If his cuff quality is bad, then I would go into a lower trapezius transfer.
Lower trapezius transfer. So any of the delegate, any of the frontline faculty has a different opinion. Ashish, give a mic. So open forum, please guys contribute. I am not an intelligent person. I am just throwing a case here. I may be wrong, I may be right. These are the clinically accepted norms of treatment. There could be difference. Yes, Ashish. Discussion. We will go on to. So let me start with Kaushik Reddy. These are the very common surgeries which you must be seeing, the rotator cuff. How do you augment your biological augmentations for rotator cuff healing? Because everyone knows this is not a very good area for healing. So apart from microfracture, what else you do? Microfracture is very common procedure, but apart from microfracture. So I request delegates to ask is valuable.
Yes, sir. Sir, if the rotator cuff is, if I find after the repair, but first thing is I should get a good repair. Without getting a good repair, I'm not going to.
The first good repair, second
Yes,
option.
good repair is the first thing. And if the tendon quality is not good, then I might augment it by using a patch, bioinductive patch.
Patch. All the delegate panelists agree with same opinion. Only the repair and patch, or you have some other thing, biological options for healing of rotator cuff. Yes, Philip, you can take mic. One more mic, please. Yeah.
So the question is how to augment.
Available.
Repair is nice, the quality of the tendon is good. I will not do augmentation. I will do augmentation when I feel that the tendon is thin or the quality, vascular quality is not good. So basically, I like to use the biceps, and I don't do in this case. I don't do if I can repair the cuff. I don't do SCR with biceps. I use augmentation.
Okay.
And if not, I use regenerated in the biological.
So Sunil, you are practicing in Hyderabad. Which state? All patches,
No,
or you believe in your hand skills?
no. The main thing is to get a tension-free repair. And once you get a tension-free repair, we do a bit of SAD because it has been shown that you do a bit of subacromial decompression that helps in healing. And only in cases where the tendon is completely thinned out do we think about some kind of an augmentation. And normally that would be a patch in that case. I do a biceps SCR almost regularly where to augment the anterior part of the cuff.
So Nitin, bicep augmentation, only patch or?
No, I mentioned. So the most important thing is tension-free repair of the cuff. Now, once that is done, if the cuff is not very strong, then we are talking about what else to do. Along with the microfracture, bursa is incorporated a lot of the time. So also adds along with acromioplasty also.
Krishna, augmentation, patch.
Augmentation at the facial light or biceps, not patch. I don't use patch.
You don't use patch. So suppose you have a tear like this, Krishna. Do you do convergence? Just quick question. Disagree with margin convergence? Philip, you disagree with margin convergence or you still do it? Still do it. Sunil, you do it?
Yeah.
Nitin, you do it? Subra? So everybody does it. So margin convergence is sometimes a very good savior which can augment your local biology. Then you can use your biceps for augmentation and then you can create a microfracture. You can use vented ankles. Those vented ankles will give you a very good pluripotent stem cells which will come out of the humeral head. So in short, this is a simple way of doing microfracture. Sometimes when you do a single row repair, this single row repair will act as a square repair. And in square repair, you can do, and lateral tuberosity, you can do microfracture. So how do you do it microfracture? At an angle, or you just do it with a small vein? Microfracture all.
Angle.
K-wire. K-wire or all? All, always all. Or K-wire? K-wire. So I also do use K-wire, I don't use all. This was a very old video which has been shown. So quickly, by knowing the basics of rotator cuff, now we will go to the case discussion. This is 50-year-old male who is presented to us with a